Good evening. It is March 11th, 2024 at 5:30 p.m. We will now call to order the Public Safety Committee meeting for the Village of Somerset. We are going to go ahead and review the minutes from February 5th, 2024.
I reviewed and everything appeared to be accurate.
Agreed.
Okay, is that a motion?
Make a motion to approve the minutes?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
So we will now open it up for public comment, max of 2 minutes per person, 14 minutes per topic. And we have no one in the village hall right now. Is there any public comment online? Seeing as we have no public comment online, we will go ahead and close the session of public comment. So we'll move on. I don't see unfinished business. The new business would be this picnic beer license for Pea Soup Days. So we have an application, and I've had time to review it. Everything seems in order.
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Chris Monroe, second.
Further discussion? And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, discussion possible recommendation parking during events. Chief, is this something you were going to address?
Yeah, I can speak to this one. So yeah, we're still preparing to kind of distribute parking permits for village residents who desire to park on village streets during concerts. Specifically in the meadows and kind of surrounding the concerts, so Spring Street,
Sorry.
Main Street. We typically don't. We can't just. Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now?
A little
Yes.
better.
Sorry, you were saying parking around Main Street or Spring Street, and then I think you were kind of cutting out. Could you try that again, please?
Okay, yeah, so ideally we distribute these to village residents, which would make them exempt from the no parking signs that will be in place during concerts. And I think it's important that our village ordinance also reflects what we're doing with the permits. Chris, I don't know if you have that email that I referenced with our ordinance number and kind of like what my suggestions were. I did carbon copy the rest of the public safety committee in that too. If someone wants to pull it up and read it, or if you guys had an opportunity to review it, I don't know if there's any more discussion around this that we want to have.
Recommendation. Sorry, I need one more minute. I'll bring it up. So you were referencing the ordinance that we would need to update to support this? Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right. So right now the ordinance reads 10-1-21B, temporary parking restrictions for special events pursuant to the provisions of subsection 349.13, which states the chief of police is authorized to direct the temporary no parking signs be erected by the director of public works during parades, festivals, and other authorized events that require the regulating of vehicle stopping, standing, or parking on village roadways. The temporary regulation shall be limited to the time the event exists or is likely to exist. And then the suggestion would be adding language to reflect what is going on with the permits, similar to when authorized village residents will be exempt from this restriction via a temporary permit displayed on their vehicle. It shall be the responsibility of the resident to obtain a permit from the police department if they desire to be exempt for the special event parking. Only pre-authorized. Oh, it cut off there.
Okay,
Parking permits. I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I think, for authorized dates or events, maybe, would just be the final portion of that.
Okay. So that definitely makes sense to update that ordinance then.
Yes.
Josh, any comments?
No, it seems pretty straightforward. Is that something that you could present at the regular board meeting for a vote, I guess? Is that something that we could do? Or should we wait or do it ourselves?
Do we need to go that way, or do we need to go to the full village board on this? I don't.
For an ordinance amendment,
Oh,
probably.
sure, yeah,
But
for the
I-
ordinance amendment.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
So, what I can do, I can copy and paste and send that to the office to have that put on the village board agenda then?
Sure.
Okay. So I will make a motion. Sorry, yeah, it is possible recommendation. So I'll make a motion to, update the parking ordinance during events using language, that Chief Trepchak, authored. How does that sound?
Yes,
Okay.
second.
Okay. Any further discussion? And seeing that, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great, we'll keep that rolling then. And get that onto the village board agenda. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So why don't we go ahead and review the court budget?
I don't really have any questions on it.
Okay. No, it's all pretty straightforward.
Yep.
Okay. We'll move on to the 2024 police budget report. Early in the year.
So I just want to note that our, that donation for the Bruce Larson Fund did end up coming out of our PD budget. So that's reflected under the, I forget what it says, but, community events,
Yep, relations?
yeah, community relations.
Yep.
That's it, okay. Okay. Move on to the incident reports.
Yes.
It's the chief report, correct?
Oh, right, I'm sorry, Chief, would you like to speak?
Yeah, it's just the report that, we print off with the calls for service kind of a deal, and then I guess I can speak to, you know, like a few events that went on in February. So we're continuing the, kind of our officer wellness initiatives, I should say, with the neck up checkups where our officers individually meet with a, licensed practitioner, and it's actually a requirement for them. They meet annually once a year. So our officers have, started doing that again. We had two officers, complete, peer support training, which, makes them eligible for regional team for these officers to be available, to talk with officers who are going through, you know, some challenges. There is current legislation that's looking at making, you know, some of these peer support members, protected by privilege. For example, if, you know, an officer were to be involved in a critical incident and they need someone to talk to who's also in law enforcement, they'd be able to kind of talk privately with another peer support person. So there's some positive legislation moving forward in that direction. Officer Anderson is progressing through FTO and is ready, about to take on solo position through the remainder of his probationary period. We had 5 officers, myself included, attend the Burnsville first responders funeral. And the Spring Academy has started. I'm helping out with EVOC down there in my time off. It's a good recruiting tool for Somerset PD, and it kind of keeps me up to date, current, and it's good networking overall. But that's that concludes my update.
Thank you.
Okay. And now we can review the incident reports. Which,
Really?
So trustee Brandon Crone was able to take this report and make a graph out of it. So in future meetings, I might be able to provide that as well. It's kind of a cool hour by hour breakdown. Kind of, I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to see that or not, but in future meetings, I plan to include that.
okay, great. Yeah, it was nice to see that data analyzed like that, analyzed. Okay, any other department activities or anything we need to discuss? Okay. Why don't we move on to the police and court bills?
Straightforward.
Okay, yeah. Is that pretty straightforward? Okay. So any future agenda items we need to discuss?
Other than that, change, I guess that's what.
The parking, yeah, and that moves on to the village board.
Yeah,
Okay. And it's,
this is like really a future item.
right. Okay,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
sounds good. We have a first and a second and further discussion. So all in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned at 5:45. Thank you for your help, Chief. Have a good night.
All right, thanks, guys. Good night.
Yep, bye.